Welcome to Chris Honeycutt to the program today. He's getting ready to do battle with Paul Bradley up here on Bellator 148. It's a rematch. Obviously, the first time happened back in July. No contest, actual clash of heads. John McCarthy was the referee, stopped it. We kind of, the media's kind of hashed out to death, the result of the fight. But we have to get deeper into it, though, because now it's not the result of the fight the first time because it's no contest, so really nothing really happened. It ends up being a nothing at all. But now you have the stress again of getting ready for a fight for somebody that you've already trained for once. You have to train for them again. Do you feel like in this training camp is just an extension of the other training camp and it kind of weighed on you a little bit earlier than it should have? Or have you mentally been okay getting through this training camp? 'Cause that's the hardest part, really, about training camps is mental.
My training camp's identical to my last one. It's just going through the same motions twice, which is a little bit repetitive and boring. But and breaking down the same guy. It would have been nice if I could have had an opponent in between to kind of mix things up a bit. But just it's part of training, and we'll go out there and do the same thing. My game plan hasn't changed, and all that.
So why wasn't there an opponent in between? Why did you just wait for Paul?
Well, I was back in the gym that Monday. Spent a couple weeks before taking any break, just hoping maybe someone will get injured and I can get on a quick car or whatnot. I don't have all to say, or I can only ask. So it didn't work out. It didn't work out.
So, but you were trying to get another fight right away. It just didn't happen. So they make you sit for 6 months to fight the same guy again. It's how'd the pay structure work? So did you get your show money from the first fight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so, that's essentially what it is. You get your show because there was no result. There was no conclusion to the fight. But Bellator treats me well, so I'm not obviously.
Okay. Well, that's.
They have a lot of fighters that are all asking for more fights as well. So, I'm not, sure about it, but it'd be nice if I did.
Right. But from a financial standpoint, you were okay. You weren't great because in your mind you would have won the fight and would have had a lot more money coming in because you would have got your win money as well. But you got your show money, so it's enough to get you through the holidays and get you through the next series of training camp. Pay the last training camp off and get ready for the next training camp coming up. So, how long before you knew that it was going to be you and Paul again? Was it 3 months, 4 months? What did you know? Were you telling you right away that you're going to be fighting Paul again, or how'd that work out?
The talk about it happens, 10 minutes after the fight. Like we need to get that one again, because everyone wants to see a fight end. You open up a fight. If there's no conclusion to it, then people always will scratch their head and wonder. And I agree, and I want to finish it too. I don't like hearing, the bloggers or this or that. I won, he won. It's like, well, we'll just fight again. We're going to finish it, and then it's all said and done.
The clash of heads happened at about halfway through the second round.
I think it was like 2 minutes and 50 seconds or so left.
So you're in a position where you've actually spent a round of competing, almost got halfway through the fight. So you kind of have a good sense of where the fight was going. In your honest opinion, who won the first round?
Oh, I definitely won the first round, especially after the fact. When you look at the stats, they believe it was like 26 significant punches landed by me, and he had 1. I watched the fight. I'm not an idiot. He hit me a few more times, but I don't know what they consider as significant or not. But I feel like I pushed the pace, and I had him retreating from my combinations much more.
And how was the second round going at that point?
Second round, I feel like I came out strong. I started opening up, but as I open up, there are little flaws that he kind of pinpointed on a couple. So he had a couple openings where he did hit me a few. I want to still give it my favor, but it's really hard because I'm biased. But not by much. I think as the clash of heads happened, within that next couple of minutes, I would have really stepped it up. Because I saw that opportunity for the body shot. That's why I leaned so heavily into it. And not knowing that, in him being a wrestler, he finally started coming forward in that second round, which brought our heads together.
So you said that he started capitalizing on a couple of flaws when you opened up in the second round. So your train camp isn't the same because now you know that he knows that you have a couple of flaws. So
I shouldn't be doing those in the first place. Just me
right.
becoming a better athlete, not better athlete, but becoming a better fighter. Those
Okay.
go away.
Okay.
Those just take time. So my boxing coach has been pointing it out for several months now. That just, there's in MMA, there's a big difference between 1 inch.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Huge difference.
Your hand's just 1 inch down, or if you just have that little 1 inch rhythm that you do with your hand. I mean, that's the difference between making the whole fight or getting knocked out in the second. So
yeah, really with those little 4.5 or 5.5 ounce gloves, like there's getting hit on the glove half the time will still rattle your brain, because there's not much padding in there.
Yeah, I mean, you can do all the boxing you want. I mean, a boxing gloves can, they can take some damage, but when you got little 4-ounce gloves here, it's like I'm just gonna punch through your hand anyways, and so
Right.
Good luck just sitting in the pocket taking a 3, 4, 5 punch combo.
Are you still excited for this fight? Are you still getting up in the morning for this fight? I'm getting ready to fight. It may not necessarily even be Paul is getting you excited. This might be the fact that you're getting ready to fight again gets you excited.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, fighting Paul I have more confidence, which I don't know if that's how much confidence. I mean, obviously you want confidence, but if you go too high, too low, I try to, go to practice, and I got a couple teammates that are really good at like kicking and whatnot, so they kind of bring me back down to earth. But I wake up excited just to compete. I mean, being a wrestler, I mean, we compete all the time, several times a day, every week, and
Yeah.
now we're going 1, 2, 3 a year. I mean, that's
Is that a good rhythm for you? 3 times a year? Would you like to fight more? If Bellator had space and allowed you to fight more, would you fight more times than 3 times a year?
if I come out of a fight like I did with my last fight with Paul, where I'm not injured, I don't need time to heal. Yeah, I mean, I'll fight every 2.5, 3 months.
Okay, yeah, that seems to be the pattern with most wrestlers. That they're like, yeah, if I can get in 6 fights a year, 5 fights a year, I'd be good. Because that means
as
I'm
long as
always
I'm
kind of.
healthy. I mean, I figure after a year or so, I might want to take a little bit of a 6-month break and then start up again. Just because I cut so much weight, I've cut way more than I ever did in wrestling. So I don't know if I'd be able to do it on a weekly basis.
How much weight are you cutting now?
Thanksgiving, I was about 205, 207, and I'm probably 17, 18 over right now, waking up in the morning.
That's a huge amount of weight. I mean, why do you get so big, and why are you not keeping control of keeping? You're a wrestler, you know how to do it. Why don't you keep your weight at a little bit lower level, so it's easier to make weight?
Well, I kind of prepping the body at the moment to make that big drop. Even though the it seems real high right now, I'm 18 pounds of water a day. I mean, 16 pounds of water.
Oh, okay.
So after practice, I mean, I'll have a 9, 10 pound swing in a hour and a half practice.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
okay.
I sweat puddles. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
You're doing the overhydration method, which is what I used to do when I was in college. I used the overhydration method to make weight every week. 3.
Yeah, it keeps me
sometimes
from
3
being in
times.
the fridge every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I don't do it the whole camp. There's just certain parts. Like I'll do it through like a sodium load, so I get real big, so I can heal, and then it comes off, and then I try to get my body used to sweating, because the day of weigh-ins, I need to sweat. I need to sweat fast because I don't want to be in there all day.
How much you cut the day of weigh-ins?
Well, it's varied since I've only made the weight. This will be my 4th time. My first time I was, I think, 13 or 14 the day before. And the second time I was 15. And then this very last time I was only, I think, 10.1. So it's I'm getting easier as I get used to making the weight. My body actually has gotten a lot smaller since college.
Okay.
I mean, it took me 3 years just to get into the 170s. So when I was coming out of college, I lifted weights 3, 4, 5 times a week and every week religiously year round. Now I probably lift the weights for only 40 minutes overall in the past 4 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. Excellent. Chris, thanks so much for coming on here. I really appreciate it, man. It's insightful to realize that you are big weight-wise, but you got it under control. Like you're getting smart about how you're cutting it down. And a lot of people are like, stay at 185, stay at 185, and then cut to 170. And not everybody can do that. Not everybody can stay at that weight. Go from 185 to make 170. Some guys need to be bigger to cut that weight down.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing.
Well, I mean, I get nervous myself because I mean, when you look at the scale, you're like, holy crap, I'm real high. I'm used to, in wrestling, I try to just keep it down.
Yeah.
Relative to, so at any time, it's like, oh, I'm only 6, 7, 8 over. Get it off real quick. But that overhydration and, getting the muscles, especially when I train, you get hit. So when your muscle gets hit, it starts to swell and it needs the fluids to, get that lactic acid going through.
Yep.
So just, if I continue with the wrestling style, I would have ran myself into the ground already.
Yeah, exactly. And shorten up your career for sure. So, all right, Chris, thanks so much, man. Have fun. Good luck with this fight. I think it's going to be a barn burner again. I'm going to be on pins and needles watching it myself just because I want to see the end, like you said. I want to see it finish this time. So
it'll definitely be finished. I think we both have enough grudge in this that we're willing to throw the hands and fight the mouthpiece.
Perfect. All right, thanks, Chris. We'll talk to you soon, brother.
Yep, thank you. Bye-bye.